they were one of the biggest names for a
Whoa!
long time.
Okay, now, you should know that the microphone, even though it looks like maybe the microphone is not on,
Yeah.
you should know that the microphone is in fact on. And so, I'm just saying, if there's any, you want to constrain your speech to a certain extent.
Okay.
During that phase, and honestly,
No
throughout.
strong language.
Honestly, throughout. This
sure.
is a family stream.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is a family server. Here, now there's a ritual that takes place at the beginning. You're now going to be party
watch
to it.
out.
Are you
Dude,
ready?
dude, okay, hold
All
on.
right.
All right.
Hello.
I love ritual.
However it came to be. Oh no, excuse me. Hello. I'm your internet friend Jeffrey K. Holkins, and however it came to be,
He's only been doing it for 6 years.
you've fallen ass backwards. I standardized it relatively recently. You've fallen ass backwards into Twitch's brewing program, Acquisitions Intoxicated. I am joined, as almost always, by Eric J. Benson, Acquisitions Intoxicated Brewmaster. Although there are other names which you may know him by: Edge Benson, Azerbaijan, the notorious EJB. They're all contained somehow within this sausage. Now,
Sausage?
look at the skin, and the skin is outside, and then there's the meat.
Wow.
I mean, I feel
you
like
object to sausage?
No, I love sausage,
well,
but I
this
never
is what
thought
I'm
it'd have to
saying.
be
It's a
called sausage.
laudatory statement. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Talp.
Thank you.
Sausage, really? Yeah, you know.
Sausage, really? Well, yeah. Listen, everybody loves sausage. Now, this is Christopher Bedell, who always looks nice.
Just normal stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but
Just normal everyday stuff.
anyway,
Someone out of the three didn't get the memo.
exactly.
Yeah, it's Invest Day, you'll note.
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of my nicer sweatshirts, if that,
Oh, okay, I appreciate that.
if that helps. And it also has a very tasteful ampersand
like
in the
it.
front, if that works for anybody. Now, thanks, Cranston. Now, but that being said, so we've known each other like for a million years.
Yes.
And then I used to come and like hang out at your booth at PAX's with the Greater Than Games thing. But now you've achieved apotheosis.
Yeah, right.
And now there's light streaming from every pore.
No,
So
it's pretty much just the Shrek transformation sequence.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But no, he is our good friend. He is going to be here with us to play Spirit Island, to inform us about our role as vengeful gods.
Yeah.
The gods within.
It's an important job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you want to like list off some of your greatest hits, just in case somebody doesn't know like the level of guest that this show
I'm not a big deal. I'm just
attracts
a guy.
here?
I'm just a guy. I made a game called Sentinels: The Multiverse.
Okay, here we go.
In
Yeah,
2011.
now it's starting up.
And then since then, I've just been kind of resting on my laurels.
And then there's also Sentinels of the Multiverse ice cream topping.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, it has been investigated in a range of products.
We own the trademark for the word multiverse in everything.
Okay, so this has been a good few years for you.
It's been great. We've just been sitting back there and
Marvel
being
had
like,
to pay.
oh, do you want to use the word multiverse?
Yeah,
no problem.
Come to me.
A nickel every time.
Come to me.
Yeah, no.
Honestly, have you ever had to flex on somebody for the
Yes.
for the service mark all the time, right?
Yes, all the time.
Oh my God. And
It's
so
exhausting.
You're dressed like this because you could be called into a courtroom at a moment's notice
And have been.
just to protect.
Just like, I must defend my trademarks.
Yeah, exactly.
My several trademarks.
Your place of honor, basically. All right, now, but they know this, of course,
Okay.
but you don't know this. Now, we do our best on this program to adhere to the hero's journey.
Okay, sure.
And
Yep.
so there's a rich narrative arc that we travel throughout the process. It starts typically with making something, but because we have a sponsored stream,
Okay,
already we've sundered the ritual.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine.
I can go.
No. Honestly, it's for the best but that means is that we jump directly into the drinking. And I know.
Heady stuff.
And we have, well, occasionally it depends on the body. Like oats can increase the head.
Tim Friend just played Spirit Island yesterday.
Oh, see, this is what we're talking about. But Spirit Island, or which of its multifarious
Well, the great part is
expansiones?
Christopher has brought them all.
Oh, I brought.
So we're gonna be able to see
a
everything.
big bag.
Okay, you got that sack and Sanitier.
Yeah. Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But anyway, so
That's later. That's later. Right now, we got to do this.
But we're gonna jump right into the tap portion of the show, where Edgar Allan Crow even now waits for us. A saison-style ale, very seasonal. I mean, it smells exactly right for this portion of the year, at least to my mind.
Yep.
And then we're gonna cook up something brand new. So that's the
Awesome.
narrative arc.
Sounds great.
I mean, that's it. We have the glassware that I was telling you about before, but then you were like, is this QVC? I mean, it would be QVC if we had them on the store.
But nobody can buy them.
Not currently. I don't think that we have
Sell
them.
out.
I feel like
The minute we get
sell
them,
out
they
too
sell
fast.
out.
Oh, okay. So I feel like this is a miss, but it's just that it's not that nobody can buy them because you don't attempt to sell them.
Oh, no. I attempt to sell things that can't be bought frequently.
And you succeed. You succeed too hard at selling them.
Occasionally, yeah,
that's
exactly.
Good. That's good.
But
They are lovely.
I know.
The rim's a great touch.
now, that being said, let's get some liquid and put them inside here.
Yeah.
So it looks like it had already been tested significantly, at least I saw from the out there on the shelf. It seems like there had been a few pulls from this already, and it was working in the. I mean, certainly the hallway was redolent with flavors. Ooh, boy.
Okay, do you want to grab me that other?
Absolutely.
Let's put that there. Are we doing the double? Are we doing this thing?
Yeah, you can pour the foam out. There you go. Now pull it back.
Oh my goodness. Dude, this actually smells really good. All right, let's try some more of this. Now, is there anything that you would like to say about the Saison as a style?
It's a beer.
It is a beer,
Yeah.
sometimes called the farmhouse.
So what you would do, the purpose of this beer was it changes given the location of where it was brewed.
Yeah. Oh, is that because
Because it uses local resources and what was on hand.
Yeah.
And when you look at farmhouse brews, it's because that was what was on the farm. And
Exactly.
This is what you got.
Now, it is in the sour range.
But this, we use the Belgian Saison yeast,
Yeah,
which is going to be
which you can smell.
spicy, complex, with a little bit of bubble gum.
Spicy is for sure, like even in the hall, walking by it, you can tell.
But
Yeah.
I believe we got some apple puree into this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this might be a wild ride. Now again, so sours is something I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
Like for me, sours are sort of like in the wine thing. There's a certain type of like bitter sour bite that I'm trying to teach myself to appreciate.
Oh, so you're not a sour person on its own? No. Okay.
No. Although I've gotten close. Ghostly keeps.
Yeah.
There's this new subgenre of sours that use like fruit puree to make kind of like a beer milkshake thing, which seems like it would be bad. But it's not.
It's good.
It's like, I mean, it's like drinking Go-Gurt or something, because it has like a sour tang, like almost a
it's thick?
lacto. Yes, and it's thick. It's thick. It's too thick.
But is it lumpy or is it consistently thick?
It's.
I want the answer to be that it's not lumpy.
I would say that it's like a thin paste. Is that we're moving in the right?
Oh man.
It's like
You really,
it's like a lunch. It's like what you would put in a
It's an
kid's
icicle.
lunch.
Like an ice pop. Like a
This is an ice cold like
ice pop. Like a
sure like a slushy.
Popsicle?
creamy ice pop.
Oh, a creamsicle.
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 Yes,
Something
no,
like-
and one of them was actually creamsicle themed, and it was
Sure.
like
So it was like
it sold it perfectly. Like the texture and the flavor, the alcohol there, and in great abundance, but not detectable by the human mouth.
that's the problem. That's always tricky. You wanna be careful with those.
See, that's the shit. All right, now Edgar Allan Crow. Let's see if we have done something criminal here.
No, that's great. That's friggin' wonderful.
Yeah. It has the middle sour. Yes, exactly. Right.
Yeah. It's where the sour, it's not it's not on the tip of the tongue.
No.
Right.
It's in the center of it.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just around that.
That's very
This
cool.
is not tart sour. This is a
No. This is more on the tangy side. And I bet this would actually be really solid as a mulling
Oh sure.
base.
Yeah.
Or if you went super
definitely
hard
got
with
that
this
apple
and
in there.
cloves. Yeah, the apple's there, but
Yeah.
also like the all the clove spice, like all the rest of the spice character, that's just the yeast. There's no addition of those things in there.
And this
So that cinnamon stick type thing, it's all
no.
fucking pretend.
This seems. I don't know what the ABV is, but this seems very sessionable. Is this like a 5 or 4?
Sure.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh no, we have the stats.
Yeah, it's totally a 5.
What is
Percent
it?
beer.
What is it?
What is it actually though?
7.5.
Wow, that does not
okay,
taste
I
like
would
a
not have
7.5.
called that
Right.
I would not have called that in a million years.
No.
But maybe that's why the sour part rests in the middle.
Sure, because
maybe
the
that's
alcohol-
maybe that's how we're perceiving it, is that it's sort of like rested in the middle of that, and we are thinking completely about that tang,
Yeah.
like that note, and it's fucking swimming in alcohol.
7.5, really? That's wild.
Yeah.
It's got a good chew to it, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No. In fact, would you like us to go into why it has a good chew? Are you curious?
Would you please tell me why it has a good
I
chew?
will. In fact,
Also,
we
great
will.
carbonation, guys.
Oh no, and it was a great pour. It's really good. Now, if you want to hit him with the data, because everybody can see the full recipe
Okay,
up
yes.
here.
Mhm.
Now, Eric can explain why you're getting a good mouthfeel, chewy texture sensation.
Absolutely.
We've
for
used
sure.
a lot of malts, but in particular, there's corn, flaked corn in here, and that's going to give it better body, fuller body,
In
and
fact, I can break this down for you. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, just grab one of these.
Okay.
Just grab a flake.
Okay. I'm obtaining a flake.
Yeah, exactly. And just throw it in there, and it doesn't really have anything like a
no, in your
taste.
mouth.
No, put it in your craw hole. It doesn't really have anything like a taste, but just like oat, it has a texture.
It does.
So as you start to chew it, and as
It's-
your saliva gets a hold of it, it's just going to go
It expands and expands, right?
So
Like I
think
put a
it-
tiny thing in my mouth, and I'm still chewing it.
Exactly right. So then think about what happens when we put a bunch of that and boil it along with grains.
Sure.
And then that experience fills the kettle, basically. And oats will do the same thing. Oats also provide head retention. I'm not sure if flaked corn does the same thing. Yeah. And
But
so
the crystal that we put in there does. So that's where we'll get some
Exactly.
a little bit ahead on this. You don't really want Belgian too much. So
no. Here. Now, put a chew on one of these bad boys.
Crystal 45. So these are hops.
That tickled me.
It worked?
I mean,
It worked for you?
That tickled.
right,
I got
cool.
goosed. Now, but I'm saying throw a few of those in there, give those a bite, and then, as we can see here, Crystal is.
Crystal
What?
80.
Yeah, I was just gonna say is 8 ounces.
So roughly
Of that.
roughly 6%, 7% of the whole brewing, the grain bill.
So sweet, right?
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
tasty.
Yeah, very crisp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, firm. It has a real identity in there. Let me throw you some Vienna, because that will give you another angle on this. And so then imagine what you just had, along with the cornflakes, and then throw some of this in there.
Sure.
And you'll get a sense of these are like the additions.
Ooh, these are completely different.
Yeah, right?
They're,
Exactly.
it's got a much more cereal quality to it. Almost like an oat.
like a biscuit.
Yeah.
Right? And so then, and you can see
Very
now.
savory, not sweet. Yeah.
No. And so those are like the inflections. Those are like the secondary, like other types. But you can see that 6 pounds of pale malt, like a very, very simple.
Yeah.
Right. So you've seen the kinkier options here.
Sure.
Right? Just try.
But this is the bread and butter of it.
Yeah, exactly. So try that and then compare and contrast.
Okay. All right.
Right?
This is great.
So you've had these like more interesting ones. Most of the kettle is 6 pounds of it is this. Exactly right.
Right.
Straight.
Baseline. Right.
This is the foundation.
Yeah.
And then you put little twists in there
There's 6 pounds of this and 8 ounces of the. So that's
of the other 3.
Right.
Right?
And then you've got even a few other things in there. Like 0.5 ounces of Warrior.
Exactly. So Warrior, it's the ashes drawn from the pyre of a great warrior.
That sounds great.
Unfortunately, it's just a tiny plant.
I really wish that the first thing you had said was the true thing.
Oh yeah, but this is totally your shit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is your whole thing.
Right.
Hold on, at PAX Oz, didn't you and Faye like duel with swords on a boat?
Okay.
Is this not
The answer to the
correct?
question is yes. I also have the long version of the story I can tell if you want.
No, I
But
do want that.
But it's not short.
Well, I don't listen. I think we're gonna be okay. I'm just
Okay.
gonna keep drinking this, and you can regale us with PAX Oz tales.
So there's-
because I know that Faye came away from it as though they had engaged in an authentic boarding action of some kind.
So this is a
The
tale.
Hollywood side, so there's
Right.
the harbored boat right by the convention center.
But I must go back a year before that to tell this thing.
Even further.
Yes, this is a tale of 2 PAX Oz's. Can you believe?
Oh, that's right.
The
you
very
called the
first,
shot.
the very first PAX Australia ever.
You mean the one in the
Tents.
barn?
Right. There was the building that I was in showing off my card game. You might recall I have a game that is on cards.
Yes,
On a
cardboard.
Yeah. And so if you imagine that you're in a large, big top tent with flappy wind all the time.
Oh yeah, you were
This was
in the large tent.
This was a great place to show off a game on a table that's made of lots of little pieces of paper.
Did the paper go whew?
Only every time anybody opened the door that was the main entrance
Oh.
into the
Yes.
tent. Only when they opened that door.
Yes, I recall.
So as long as people didn't open that door, it was fine.
Well, and the rest of the exhibitors were in another barn.
Yes, they were in the barn. Right, they were in the barn. I was in the tent. It was and across from us in the tent. Although I will say, that PAX Australia was great. Had a great time. Played
That's
against
the
lots
weird
of people.
thing.
It was
we had to erect,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term, hallways to go between the different areas because apparently that's like Australia's rainy season, and like
And it was.
rivulets, a carpet of water would just come down.
yeah.
You're covered, but water is clever.
It's just running. It's just running. It keeps
Yeah.
all the vampires out.
Yes, it does.
Right. So, which was important in
Oh, it's
Australia.
vital.
Yeah.
It's vital.
So right. So I'm there. I'm showing off this game, having a great time. People are coming up and playing. Wonderful. Across the way from where our booth is, there's a table with a bunch of guys in fancy outfits.
Regalia.
Yeah, with foam weapons.
Uh-oh.
And one time,
So your people?
I mean, who can say? Who can say? So one
Me.
time I wandered over and I was just like, hey guys, what are you doing? They're like, oh, we saw your game. That's cool. I'm like, yeah, what are you guys doing here? It's like, oh, we do this thing. We hit each other with swords. I'm like, that's cool. Can I try? And they're like, oh, no. We're not allowed to do it in the convention center, by which we mean the big tent.
Yes.
Against the rules. I'm like, oh,
Convention center in quotation marks.
right. They're like, oh, that's too bad. And like, but we're gonna do a thing, like this evening in the parking lot, if you would like to come try that out. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I would do that.
Yeah, you
Can I
would.
bring a friend?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, please do. I'm like, great. So I text Failhour.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, so do you want
Swords.
Do you want to roll some Australians? And so we showed up.
Because you're like tuned by years and years of SCA attendance.
Yeah.
Like this is the sword equivalent of like a card shark, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This was
Oh, what
not
are
a kind
these?
thing we did.
Yeah.
Oh, I played it to the T because we then go. So then we show up to the thing, and Mike and I are like, oh, this is cool. Swords, this is fun. That's
Yay.
cool. And they're like, okay, there's the main guy. The main guy has armor, and he's got a cool helmet with a feather.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
I'm loving all this.
Yeah, and he's got and he has a blue cape. So this
You
guy.
know who's who.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the Cape guy.
And he's like, I'm going to show you how to do the thing. Like, you swing the sword like this. We don't hit in the head. No headshots. It's only shoulders and down. And if you get hit anywhere on your body, that's a legal hit, and that counts. I'm like, okay, great.
30 hits in 1 second.
Yeah. Right. And so he goes, oh, okay. So what we're going to do
Kenshin type stuff.
is we're going to do a simple match, you and me, to 5 hits. So we're just back and forth. I'm like, okay, great.
Wicked man.
And so we start, and he gets me on the shoulder. I'm like, oh, that was a good one. And we go, and he's like, oh, you're so fast. And I let him get to 4-0, and then I kind of stop and I go, I think I got it now. And after the
Forgot I was left-handed.
You demon.
after the third time I
You
hit him,
wicked man.
he was like, you've done this before. I'm like,
Well, maybe a little.
I might have been a junior Olympian fencer when I was a teenager.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and so
So did you ever did you ever swap the sword into the other hand?
I didn't. I didn't
do this type of shit?
It was a bit too cliche. I say as I tell the story. I didn't do that. But
Yes,
we get to that
that
later.
time.
So after I defeated him, and it was a great time, and like there was this like suspicion ramp for him, leading into just joy of him.
Yeah,
It was like,
exactly.
oh, this is fun.
It's like, it is pretty fun.
It's a victimless crime, and it is one where at the
Well,
end
I
of
mean,
it,
no, it has a victim, but the victim doesn't mind. Like,
the victim's into it.
this is another situation here.
And so Right. So we had this great fight, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna break up into groups, and it was like, oh, we're going to put the new folks with the really experienced people who've done this for a long time. So Mike and I were with some of the best ones against roughly half of the group.
Yeah.
And so then we just crushed them. And they're like, okay, well, we're going to do a thing where it's like, we found various ways to split it up. And it ended up with Mike and I back to back battling hordes of Australians, crushing them. Oh, it was delightful. It was
They were
delightful.
driven before you?
They were driven before. So that was the first PAX Australia. The second PAX Australia, there's that boat that's right there.
Exactly. So at the actual Melbourne Convention Center.
And it's, I don't know how it was that we finally got permission, but we asked a lot of people.
No, you had to. Yeah, you had. I know that you had to dance around for a bit.
We did,
to get access to
because
it.
we really hoped we could do this. From the second we got there, we saw the boat, and we're like, we must be able to do this.
Yeah, let's
and of course,
sword fight on this boat.
And all these Australian buffer fellows were so excited to see us back. They're like, Mike and Christopher, you guys. And like,
They had by this time they had told the tale many
It was
times.
legend.
Exactly. Exactly. This was like a king returning.
So we finally got permission. We did the thing. We do a lot of fun, like just back and forth little sword fighting things. But they're like, okay, we're gonna do a big thing on this boat where we're gonna do a big fight, and it is going to be Mike and Christopher leading the enforcers against all the Australian buffer folks. And the Australian buffer folks are like, we do this every weekend, all the time. And the enforcers, some of them have had some sort of fighting experience, but a lot of them not.
Like inside the Enforcer Corps, virtually every geek manifestation is present.
Yeah, you have to have it. You have all the archetypes.
There's gonna be some enforcers that know their way around a sword.
Oh yeah, and very quickly Mike and I were like, okay, you're gonna stand at the corner there and you're gonna hold that corner. You're gonna stand at this corner here. We don't need to be rolled. But then I'm gonna stand on the front. And here's the deal, enforcers, because some of them are
did I remember this correctly? Did you actually bring raiment?
No, I didn't. I
Okay,
didn't. I
I
did not
know
bring
that some did. Because
some
I had
did.
seen part of this, and I was like, okay, that's a normal thing to see.
No, there's
during
videos,
the day.
There's videos of this on YouTube, and I am in a T-shirt for it. I'd taken off my accoutrement and was just in a T-shirt because I knew it was going to get harried.
Yeah.
But so I was like, here's the deal, enforcers. We're going to stand in a line. These guys, they're flashy. They're moving fast. They're doing lots of cool stuff. It doesn't matter. We're going to stand in a line, and when I say step, we're going to step. And we're never going to give ground, and we're just going to sweep this boat and sweep them into the ocean. And we moved as a group. Everybody watched each other's corners. We stepped, and I said step. They made a crucial mistake in that they let me have a spear. It was only a 5-foot-long spear, which is my preference. I like a 9-foot spear. But a 5-foot spear will do.
Yeah.
Especially when
In a
everybody's...
pinch.
Especially when all your opponents are wielding 3-foot swords.
Exactly. So we like this. As a war gamer, I mean, I am.
You get it.
I'm right here with you.
Right. And so I'm standing in a line. We're stepping. I was like, here's the purpose of your swords. If they get too close, you kill them. But don't. If you jump out of line to kill them, someone will get you.
Exactly. And
So
then they come in here. We don't want them in here.
We stay in line. They will make mistakes. We will not make mistakes. We'll move carefully, and we will just push them into the sea. And so I just got to sit there and be the sewing machine of death. It's a good spear time, just all day. And
just a few key jabs.
yeah, and we crushed them up against the back of the boat, and it was delightful. So anyway,
I am overjoyed.
it was a great time.
Yeah, it seems like it was a great time.
I'm thoroughly looking for this YouTube video, but
It's got to be out there.
I don't even remember what the search.
With the
how to
keyword,
find it.
what the
PAX
keywords are.
Australia boat sword fight. So
Yeah,
Right.
it's Pollywoodside, Melbourne Convention Center, the King from the West.
yeah.
Who can say? There's so many things in the chat. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Australians do typically travel in hordes. Certainly, I've seen it.
Okay.
Certainly, I've seen it. Yeah, see, they're craving it.
Yeah.
Roman, did you pull a Roman gladius stab line?
Man, I wish. You found it? Yeah. That's me right there.
I see you.
So this is
I mean,
all
the best part is we can actually. You're hooked up to the.
This is me right. Oh yes,
The device, right?
If you can put the audio, this is the point in which.
Video though?
Huh?
Is it somebody else's video and not your video?
It's not my video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know who filmed
I
this.
don't know if we can put it on screen for everyone.
No one's gonna find out.
It's Emma.
Oh
K.
no!
Helm.
I do know this person. She is the person.
that's-
She's one of the Australian sword fighting peoples.
Yeah.
So like she's part of that group.
Enforcer.
But this is a point in which there were very few of them left, and so I was like, okay, hold on.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like I gave them a moment to talk to them and said, here's the deal, everybody. I'm more than happy to take this down to honorable single combat if you want. Like we could crush you with our numbers, but that's not necessary.
This is the most Bedell thing possible. I think someone is actually trying to leave their team and join your team. That's what it looks like to me.
I think that they had some people that were behind lines because you can see the enforcer shirts versus the pirate. Ah, yes.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this.
Is that Hartman? No. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, look at that. Is that Ryan?
Hold on, you got Ryan
is that
out there on the
young
boat.
Ryan?
I did.
Is that Travis there on the left? Oh my gosh, dude! You stacked. You pulled in all of our finest.
Jeez, man, you are serious on this.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite serious.
So you got something that probably has a French name.
Yes. Yeah. It's some kind of short pole arm.
Is that Faye right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can
Look
see
at him.
the way he moves.
Yeah.
Young Faylauer.
And so like Timmy here, I remember Timmy Carlin very well. Timmy here has a long sword, which means that he is the primary person opposing me. But
Yeah.
I've got.
You got some distance.
I came in the year after this, in third PAX Australia. I came in and they asked me to do a spear workshop for them, so I did. About like because they're just like we just haven't had a lot of spear stuff, and there are very cool and yeah.
Say Travis has got two swords. He's.
Boom, boom.
Faye got him.
Oh, so you and Faye
Just
collapsed
came around
on,
the corner.
on Travis at
Yeah.
the same time?
Ryan's just standing by the stairs. He's like, yeah, fucking.
Oh boy.
2014.
Yeah.
There you go.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Angus. Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
you're finding the quality product here.
Goblin Gnome, I am not a Washington politician.
No.
No, he'll be here later.
I love it, man. But this is the thing. This is actually like Ryan just loves to compete.
It was great.
He could probably like. He would bring a certain amount of enthusiasm to any one of these types of challenges.
Oh, so this is when we.
Oh, dude, catch him with
Yeah.
his techniques.
Oh, he was one of the very flashy and quite a good sword fighter.
Clearly.
And so he said, okay, we'll go down to 1-to-1, but
What's this arm across the chest for?
I don't know. I think it's because he probably doesn't want to lose his arm on the backhand. Some people keep out of the way.
Oh.
I like to keep my hand up and out of the way because when I did fencing before, you obviously can't cover your chest.
Yeah.
But I was fine with it. The trick is, yeah. I'll happily go down to sword v sword using the sword of your choice.
We're just getting started.
So do you
I'm
ever?
wearing a Galactic Strike Force T-shirt. I'd forgotten.
Are you toying with him at this point?
Yes. Look how much movement he's doing.
You just gotta wait for him to.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait for him to do stuff.
He has a longer sword than I do, and slightly more reach, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not the length of the sword that matters.
He's got a falchion or something.
Yeah, it's some kind of
version.
right. It's not quite curved enough. Some sort of savory thing. Aha. Yeah. The trick is that it's good.
I mean, listen, it's good times. This is all we're saying. So ultimately, what we're trying to communicate
Going to a PAX, you get to fight on a boat.
is that is that one, PAX is a very strange parallel dimension, as near as I can tell. And two,
Yeah, that is the way that I used to
get points,
get points in fencing. That is it's called the crossover lunge, and
running and jumping at people.
it covers ground very quickly because the standard lunge, as
Yeah.
you move the 1 foot forward.
Yeah.
If right before you do that, especially if their attention is up high,
Yeah.
you bring that right foot back just a little bit,
Yeah.
and step the left foot just past it without them noticing. You can cover ground very quickly and get in their guard before they realize it.
Goodbye, guys.
Okay, so basically, when you go to Australia, there's just a trail of ruined men behind you.
They love it when I hit them with swords.
Well, no, he was clearly like
Yeah.
way more excited than I would be to be murdered multiple times within the space of a couple minutes.
I think that at that point, the reason I think we were doing that he was like fighting for each remaining life that his team had, and I'm like, that's fine. You like, if you get a hit on me, we'll call it good. If not, I need to get that many hits on you, and this is fine.
And it turned out okay.
Turned out okay.
It turned out
okay.
All right, fair enough.
Much
fair
like this saison, which turned out more than okay.
It is
very good.
That is another winner. We have very few. Our process, which essentially involves using poles, guided.
It's like spears.
Exactly right. Pole arms.
Pole arms.
But guided expertly by Eric's sort of guardrails around, what might be interesting in his style. There are very, very few. I mean, I can only think of one or two that turned out goofy, and usually it was something aside from the recipe, like the recipes that this process generates deliver results like routinely, like way more than you would expect for something that at the end of the day a bunch of bacteria are gonna chew on.
Tell me the story of the green dragon one.
I don't remember that.
That was back in the day.
That haunted Peg 40.
It might have been, but that was all the dragon ones. A lot of those were when we brought the show back. We were doing it from home.
Oh,
So it was a little different situation there.
Sure. All right.
No, Talp, you aren't the bacteria. Yeah, no, Magic 54. So one of our kegs is haunted.
Okay. By.
Well,
Do you know yet?
Bahamut,
Okay. Sure.
Belial. I mean, it's essentially it needed
Mephistopheles?
to be. Yeah, it needed to be nuked from orbit.
Okay.
Basically, like it
Just
needed.
jettisoned.
It needed to become uninhabitable.
I mean, it seems like it was too habitable.
This is the issue before. There was an arcology.
Oh no.
It went vertical.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, it was not something that was fun to drink. But basically, like anything that would go in 54, even if it turned out like mostly okay, it had a sort of
Air about it. Yeah.
but you could imagine a shadow you could taste, and that was number 54.
We'll come back to that quote in a couple hours for Spirit Island.
Yeah, I can't
Imagine
wait.
a shadow you can taste.
Oh, is this one of the wicked deities?
There's something there. You're onto
Man,
something.
I'm super pleased. I cannot wait to check that stuff out. And you got grips of the other expansions, right?
Yes.
And it's full co-op,
Yes. Absolutely.
same team.
Yeah, for sure. That is the kind of game I like making. I've never done any beer brewing,
Yeah.
but I am very
You're drinking.
Yes, and I'm very knowledgeable of and have had a good amount of experience with whiskey distilling.
Oh,
So-
hold on. You have like personal experience with.
Yeah. So there's a local distillery in St. Louis called Still 630 who makes phenomenal whiskeys, and I've been getting to do stuff with them for the past few years.
Really?
Yeah.
In
Why
what
do-
context?
I mean, they're just up the road from us, and sometimes we go up and Paul, my business
Oh,
partner,
you
who you
hang
know well,
out.
we hang out, and part of hanging out is like, well, this is what we're doing today, so maybe we'll do some of this. And so like they just
Yeah.
put out their first 10 year, which tells you they've been around
young.
for right.
So
They're
it's
new.
a young spot.
Right. Yeah. They started 10 and a half years ago.
Right.
So
I mean, that's the challenge, right? When you start a distillery.
Yeah, he's like, I'm glad we finally got to this point. I wasn't sure we'd make it here. I've just been looking at these last barrels in the back, going, like,
Well, no, for sure. But it's like, so in that, like, when you want to start a project like that, what do you do? Like, do
Get
you
a
have?
lot of capital.
yeah, right.
But you basically have to have enough so that you can burn it
Well, that
on your way to success.
and you make gin and vodka, which
I was going
only
to say,
takes
it's
two.
got to be
and
gin, right?
right,
It has
yeah.
to be clear spirits.
Yeah.
And that take 2 days to make.
And so he-
Tinctures.
And so he started making a lot of gin recently. Well, not recently, like a few years ago. And his gins are phenomenal as well. but-
And gin is definitely like back.
oh, yeah.
As a cultural apparatus, gin is real.
But I brought, not today,
Yeah.
but it's at Eric's home right now,
Yeah.
where I'm staying. I brought 3 bottles of experimental whiskeys from there that are
Experimental
They are American whiskeys, of course, but that are peated. So they're like a peated rye. So it's like a Scotch rye baby. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I could bring them on Thursday. I mean,
I do.
I could be convinced.
Listen, I do have a thirst.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
it's a known quantity. All right.
I'm here to just derail this entire episode.
No, this. I would honestly, this is on brand for guests to this show.
Fair enough.
You and Laura, you guys can collab now.
Fantastic.
But so, I mean, theoretically, once we reach this point in the process, now we need themes. But sometimes when we have guests, we allow guests to help drive that process.
But it's also done through a series of polls.
Oh,
I'm excited about polls.
Historically, well, listen, then why don't you suggest a couple vibes?
Sure.
And then we will utilize this powerful technology, right, to get
Right.
wild.
Right. So, like,
Oh, yeah. And so what we will do is we need like top level themes.
sure.
Vibes,
Yeah.
essentially. And then we will figure out how to create an artifact
That
beverage
encompasses.
that exactly that sort of contains
An exemplar.
that idea,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
If
So
you
it's
will.
maybe something that evokes a sailing vessel.
Ooh. So nautical.
Yeah. Something grog-like, perhaps.
Oh yeah, for
Have
sure.
you had grog?
Well, I've had lots of things that people call grog.
So a friend of mine and I
know
recently-
what it is.
Right. A friend of mine recently and I we looked up the British Royal Navy like specs on how they made their grog, and it's surprisingly decent because the main ingredient is lime juice, and so you're like, okay, yeah, no, this is just good. You're fine there at the end of the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it basically just cuts through.
Yes,
It's
it's incredibly
purpose.
high ABV, and it's got a lot of a lot of rum in it. Great.
Well, no, it's
and
high
water.
ABV, exactly, but it's also designed to deliver citrus.
Correct. Right.
It's also
Fight off the
medicinal.
scurvy. Yeah.
And it's also to make sure that the people on the boat don't think too hard about the fact that their life is terrible.
yeah.
Yeah.
High, and it was rationed, so
Right.
high ABV.
Oh, okay. So
And
this is
preservative.
like small mugs. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I suspect nothing else is gonna live in that shit.
Right.
Between the citrus and between the lime and the alcohol, that's
Yeah.
That one's doing good here.
Okay, so nautical vessel.
nautical vibes,
Yeah.
we're loving it.
Maybe something combative in some way. Something that doesn't go down without a fight.
Okay.
I don't know if those like I know what that
You can
means.
go hog ass wild.
Yeah,
Here,
I don't know what that means in terms of whiskey. I don't know what that means in terms of beer.
Well, here, so this is what we do.
Yeah.
So sea salt goza. Yeah, I mean it's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, we'll get to that. If the nautical
yeah.
thing wins, that's when we go to the styles.
Exactly.
Grog.
So
We
IPA
need-
is
we need
sailory but not
themes.
groggy.
We need
Exactly right.
themes.
Roush beer. Ugh.
Again, we need themes,
Yeah.
not the actual
We
style.
need vibes. We're gonna arrive at the rest of it. Let's get aggressive. I mean, I'm ready to do it. Jack Lemmon, I think, is suggesting a crab-based
Crabs are great.
beverage.
Yeah.
Aegis Sail. Oh, hey, now a successful
Sail.
voyage.
Oh, so a celebratory beverage. That's fun. That's fun.
And we could do a Spirit Island beer.
I mean, it may end up getting there.
Yeah. Spirits destroying colonizers. Pretty good. Dread Pirate Roberts.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
we like the celebratory. We like the nautical. And the truth is, ultimately, my guess is that they're all going to get hybridized at the end.
Sure. I mean, that's what like Times New Ponin was saying there. The boat to Spirit Island.
Oh, and
Sea
mythical
creatures,
sea
yeah,
beasts.
yeah.
All right.
The Leviathan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, all roads are definitely leading to Rome here.
I'm gonna avail myself of a bit more.
As you should. As you should. In fact, you might just grab the other glass that I just poured there and then leave that there for the next
Perfect.
person. All right.
Perfect.
So let's throw this out there. Let's see what you're thinking about. Looking for the Brewcrafters Spirit Island expansion.
So Brewcrafters is a game. Oh, aren't enough. I know that.
The collabo.
Yeah, the Brewcrafters is a game that we put out. Oh God, 2013, 14, something like that.
A minute ago.
Yeah, a minute ago. Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at all these people. They're saying numbers.
Yes.
I also see a lot of names that I recognize.
Oh,
Hey,
indeed.
JZ.
So they are basically they are feeding this instrument.
Oh, I see on the screen over here.
Indeed.
Oh man, sea creatures. Sea creatures OP.
Yeah, exactly. Nerf pulls. Yeah, sea creatures. It's nothing but wind. There's so many great beasts.
So
Scylla.
Arnonoff that says hi,
Charybdis.
Christopher there is
Yeah.
a person who also worked on Sentinel Tactics that you have played, and who I just recently
Sentinel
saw.
Tactics is smart.
Yeah, and who I just recently saw at PAX Unplugged. We ran into each other randomly just a
that's
couple weeks
awesome.
ago. And it was like, oh my gosh, you're here! Oh my gosh, you're here! It was great. So, this is lovely. This is lovely. and you have sea creatures and a landslide. Yeah, a sea slide is not quite the same.
No, exactly. So sea creatures obviously came out on top here. So we
So
have
strong.
we have to dial it in further. Sea creatures too broad.
Okay, so do we want to do? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Leviathan,
I
right
mean,
there.
that's an easy call.
I saw mermaid siren, but I will say siren is a lot more. Like if you want to, especially if you're talking about like sea creatures that are creaturey, sirens or mermaids are fine. Sirens are where it's at.
Sirens are spooky.
Yeah.
Like kind of birdy.
The unknown.
There's a bunch of variations on them. It's the song.
It's the song.
Really that pulls you in.
Yeah.
In terms
It's the
of
hook that brings you
this-
back.
Yeah, historically.
You're right.
But in terms of this, it's not. It's not what you want. There's
Right.
a lot of scales.
Yeah, a lot of teeth.
Claws.
Yeah.
Big maw
See, that's what I'm into.
are here. But we do like that, and Siren is a great theme.
So giant squid, kraken, sea crabs. I think crabs is the one because giant squid / kraken is pretty good, but leviathan and giant squid have an amount of thematic overlap.
Exactly.
I feel like.
Conceptual.
Right. Yeah. What we say crab? Okay, but I'm into the idea of crabs, but
What do you got over there? Did you make wassail?
I did.
Oh boy.
here we go.
Finish
A wassailing.
Finish what you were talking
Among the leaves so green.
That's the one. That's what I hear about.
Anyway, you're already tasting something else, but here is a warm wassail. It contains booze. Would you like not booze?
Well, no, it's
I have
fine.
non-booze as well.
Are these all booze?
This is all booze. Would you like non-booze?
No.
Okay.
Thank you though.
So, here you are.
This, dude, it's getting festive
Oh,
as shit.
this smells
is the
phenomenal.
incorrect- this
Where's
is-
yours?
Well, it's back there, but it's the incorrect order. You're supposed to generally one wassails, and then the house where I arrive
Exactly.
provides me. But I'm doing an inverse wassail.
This is
been wassailing.
You're
this is the
re-wassailing?
classic. Listen, Laura, this is the classic reverse
You're getting
wassail
washed.
situation.
Hold on, I was gonna
It's
come
an RWS. Yeah, listen, yeah, it's like it can't be a situation where you
Right.
bring that in here and then.
And then run away? No. No. We've been wassailed. Ta-da!
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, I should have put an apple in there, but I didn't because I really wanted this instead.
Citrus.
Raise a glass, a Luftwasser.
Oh,
So this is a punch.
Laura!
Wassail is a punch.
This has no booze in it, of course,
Delicious!
right? None at all. You
This
can't.
is
you like-
this is basically clean. This is for clean
This is
living.
juice.
This is for
Yeah.
youth group.
It's fresh pressed. So no, actually, wassail usually. So I learned a lot about wassail. Wassail actually comes from an ancient tradition of wishing a good harvest for the next year, thanking the spirits for their harvest by putting. You generally, and it's cider makers and it's apple orchardists.
Yeah.
You put it in the punch. And then you usually go and you sing a little bit to the fairies and say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
You actually literally
You gotta thank 'em.
You toast the tree, and I literally mean you put toast on the tree. I shit you not. Toast
Like you just nail some.
on the tree. No, you don't nail it. You're not hurting the tree. You're putting
weird.
you're
Just put it on a
hanging
branch.
toast on the tree.
You just put it in the crook of a limb.
Now here's the thing. It's enough, and the thing is, it's enough. Repeated enough that I'm pretty sure this wasn't a fun Wikipedia joke, but maybe it was. Maybe I'm repeating bad information, and that could be even more fun.
Yeah.
But the main thing that I understand about
Yeah.
wassailing is that it is here we come a wassailing among the least agree, etc.
Right.
But it's those that is from the position of the people coming a wassailing, and then the landlord or whoever
Yeah.
they're coming to says, "Love and joy come to you and to you."
That's
your
their
wassailing.
response.
And God bless
Oh.
you and send you a happy new
you
year.
fucking get
the
out.
Here's your
fuck
drink.
out of here,
Get the
you.
fuck
Get
out of
the
my
fuck out of here.
Yes. Also putting literal pieces of toast in punch
I can see it.
I
is a
mean,
thing. You could actually.
I
it
mean,
has to
beer.
do this.
beer's-
Listen, we just had Chris eat a bunch of grains. I mean, we're
Oh.
talking.
Great.
It's all the
Mention
same
his
shit.
face.
Oh, here. No, do you want to try today's farmhouse saison? Oh no, wheat. You'd be annihilated.
I would be.
You would. It would auger you out.
So here's what this mess is. There is apple juice in here, so it is more correct in that there is an apple component because wassail
Yeah.
contains generally that.
I love a more correct beverage.
A more
Yeah,
correct
exactly.
beverage.
Right, yeah.
It also
A greater
contains
purpose.
cranberry because we're American.
It sounds great.
Cranberry juice.
From the bog.
Hell yeah.
This is gonna keep your urinary tracts very clean.
Dude, yeah, UTIs.
None. Not
Get
in this
outta
house.
here.
Not for this festive season. And then it's been topped with some lovely red wine. And I chose Murph.
You didn't go with the
Three
Josh.
I didn't go with the Josh. Josh, I'm sorry, I didn't put you in this drink. Sorry, there's a wine called Josh. Anyway, Murph,
is exquisite.
MERF is the name of it, and it's actually quite good. There's more out there, and I have more just juicy juice. I really wanted to wassail, y'all. I wanted to be the wassailant.
Oh, I've been wassailed. So just out of curiosity, because I asked this question once earlier about a different beverage and received a surprising answer, do you have a rough idea of the approximate ABV?
Well, let me go out and get the thing.
Because I'm curious. Because this again tastes like
Wine's
0%.
gonna be 14.
Well, it's the wine, right?
Right.
Because the juice has no alcohol.
Juice contains pas d'alcohol.
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
Cette chose is, where is he going to put the 14.5%.
Right. Okay. And so then what percentage of this is wine to juice? 50% wine, 50% juice? 3 to 1. 3 to 1 wine, 3 wine, 1 juice.
Or
3
other way
juice,
around.
1
Three
wine.
juice, one wine.
Okay, so
Because
this is
if we want to
like
go kachoing,
Punch. Oh yeah.
that's how our old-fashioned friends
You can
do it,
get the
because
upgrade.
That keeps it safe and
sure.
delicious.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Keeps you.
I like it.
You're like, it's like old grandpa, like, just throw another,
Daddy's special
yeah,
medicine.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It tastes terrible. You don't want any of it.
No, it's bad.
I'll drink it for
But that's how you know it's working.
Right. Right.
All right.
Okay. So we needed sea creatures. We
need another sea
got
creature,
a leviathan.
Kraken.
And it's
We
like
got-
the only issue.
Leviathan and Kraken.
Here's the only issue. Kraken's not bad.
Conceptual overlap. I mean,
Right.
that's-
We did create Crab God to be Crab God. I know that's Crab God.
Yeah, there is a deep crustacean lord.
Okay.
But as a beverage theme, I fear.
Crab
fear it.
drink.
Yeah.
Filter feeder. Sorry. Octopus is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Giant squid, the white whale.
White whale.
White whale.
White whale's pretty good.
Okay,
I mean,
white whale.
Leviathan as well, but yeah.
White whale, WH
Oh
apostrophe ale.
no.
Oh
no.
And it's a giant seahorse. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Would you?
I was trying to.
Yes.
All right, now
Hi.
let's
Yeah.
get this thing popping
Did
here.
it.
Okay.
Let's start
Leviathan.
feasting on it.
Oh man, look at those numbers.
Big
I'm rooting for that dark horse siren, just because I love an underdog.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
The other thing is that usually there is a very, very old call and response where it's wassail, drink hail.
So you
Wassail.
drink hail.
Hey.
Yeah, I think that he is used to saying things while drinking.
So
I think that it's come up.
I am terrified of having this much red wine near a beautiful waistcoat.
If it helps, I can take the jacket off so there's more exposed waistcoat,
yeah!
so you can
That's
just put
not
it right
it.
on the.
Yeah, great. Mhm.
That's not
Can
the one.
Can we also drink these on Thursday when I'm wearing an all-white suit?
If you want it, baby, we can do it. Whatever you
Dude,
want.
that's insane.
Honey bunch.
That's true madness.
Yeah.
Sugar pie honey bunch.
Yeah.
You know that I love you.
Okay, how we doing here?
Well, you have to understand. This is these wicked teens.
Right.
Oh, look at
White
them.
whale.
This is something they love to do.
I think they like the white whale.
It's a voice.
The white whale. We don't know what this is, but I'm attempting is an accent of some sort.
I love it. I think you
I'm
should.
doing wassailing
Is it an accent or is it an accent?
I think
It's
that you
not
should,
anything.
I think you should speak this way all of the time from now on.
Yeah, and just much like
know what?
wassail, just add different
Right,
parts of the
true.
accents you know.
It's true.
It's not an accent anymore. It's just the way you talk.
That's already how
It's
talk.
Laura.
All right.
Yeah. We didn't do it at Unplugged. Normally, I come out of Unplugged and I'm like, Worries Fountain. And I'm like, dance with your bride at your wedding kind of thing. And it's like, oh no.
Nar.
Yeah, well, it's the
What's that?
opposite. I get this mush together where I have this odd Buffalo-esque moments.
Really?
I get the entire eastern seaboard mushes into my phonemes. And all of a sudden,
Oh no.
she can't be understood by nobody. Nobody
She
at all.
cannot order on the phone.
Nobody at all. Nobody at all.
Oh my goodness! Look at these. Look, these numbers are so close.
Yeah.
What if we sang?
it.
Oh,
Polls closed.
Sirene.
La sirène! As usual, the call of the siren.
Oh, now it's happening.
Call of the siren.
Oh no, man, we've gone to a whole other place
This
here.
is exciting.
She didn't even have the saison.
No,
Right.
And she's still moved into a...
And shouldn't.
No.
I will never. But I will drink a little more of the milk.
No, that'd be the Big Bertha. The malt enters here and then just cores you out.
Go. Yeah.
It'd be like an alien. It's just like the acid
This
that
is
goes
like-
through 4 decks.
Yeah, it's like anytime in an anime there's like something hits the guy that's like, oh, he just barely got it and he's holding it and then all of a sudden he like screams and he dies. That's kind of what it is because I get about 4 hours of screaming before I die.
Oh, it's like it's Fist of the North Star.
Yes. There
It's
you
like
go.
you're dead. You just don't know it yet.
Yes.
No, I'm fine. Actually, I'm doing great. Whoa!
100% my just.
Whoa.
It's bad.
It comes out. All right.
There's another accent there.
Shiriaku?
I don't think. No, it'd be shiriaku.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Wouldn't it?
No, if Silk were here,
I should talk to Silk. I'm sorry.
The Silk would compare
sorry.
it. Shiriaku.
Shiriaku.
Right. There's also hanbaga.
Hanbaga steak.
See, you know what's up. All right, now.
All right.
So, Sirenade. We have moved into a new phase. We have even greater detail dialed in.
Yeah.
Now we need to figure out what styles might help us dial the siren in even further. So now that we have our theme,
Now we're getting into the beer talk.
Now we are going to
Okay.
come down and say which one of these here. So, I mean, look,
So
again,
like not a stout.
How about a Baltic Porter?
How about a Baltic Porter?
tell me about a Baltic Porter.
No, it's the Baltic Sea.
Well, yeah, for sure.
No, it's just
I'm with you so far.
It's a watery. It's a lighter version of a stout.
Fruit flavors.
I can see
Dark fruit
that.
flavors, high
Baltic
alcohol
Porter, all right,
content.
so
Yeah, so-
nautical vibes for sure.
Right, because the thing is, like you said a porter, and I'm like, I don't know about a porter.
On your shirt.
Baltic Porter. Now, siren picture. No,
She's from the Baltic Sea.
but there's lots of different sirens, right?
It's pretty cool.
She's from the Baltic Sea.
We could do a tropical siren.
There's a lot going on with this siren.
Oh
This
man,
siren's
that's great.
got two tails.
Yeah, that's
It's the Starbucks.
that's the Starbucks siren.
Ew.
Yeah. That siren should
Show
unionize.
us a Baltic siren.
What's going on with this fucking
Oh, that's awesome.
This is what we crave.
She's got the legs.
Everything.
She's got legs.
Look at her legs.
She knows
Two
how to
of
use them.
Small.
What do you guys? What do you all think about a goza?
Small. See, now I think
Goes
goza.
Tart,
It's got the
fruity,
salt.
wheat, salty.
Yeah. I love a goza. There's a fantastic brewery in St. Louis called Earthbound Brewery that does a bunch of weird beers. They're delightful.
Goza is that coastal.
What
It
about
basically tastes like a sea breeze.
this? Might be delving into directions.
Yeah.
Y'all have not
Dark
delved.
realms.
Yeah. How about a gruit?
Us?
So
Like
a beer.
turret?
Yeah, but how do you apply that to a?
It's a beer made without hops.
Yeah, but how do we apply that to a siren?
You use
You're a fool.
instead.
Mediterranean would be suitable. You can have sirens in all sorts of things. Sirens are any seafaring
Thing.
Oyster
would
stout.
know. Oyster stout.
Oyster stout is also funny. We have had oyster stouts and gooey duck stouts
Do it contain?
here on the show.
It do
Oh,
contain.
no, it's basically it's allowed to rest with that filter feeder beast in the container. But it helps. No,
go, buddy.
it actually
Yeah.
does. No, for whatever reason, like
Get a
we've
little
tasted
drunk.
it. There's nothing in there, but there's just like you know it was there, and you're like, all right.
Go, gooey ducks, go.
Can we put an eel in it somehow? Times your phone says.
See, but then that would
Just
be
put it. Just
that's,
slide it right
that's
in.
just an English. That's proper English dish.
Yeah, right. That's
We
right.
got some jelly dews in it.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Eel.
You want some eels?
Eel.
You want some jelly dews? It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's
Yeah.
Tuesday, innit? Eel in the keg.
In it.
So sorry.
All right, they've lost it.
You asked me to say
Eric.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. What the fuck?
I don't think anybody's
This is
upset.
incredible.
I think everyone's.
I
You
think
wassailed your way
everybody-
into this.
Yeah,
I
into
know
this
I
thing.
sailed
Exactly.
deeply.
You had the tools
I went
to
wassail.
penetrate the inner sanctum, right? It's now you're here.
Yeah.
Well, here I go.
Again,
You started from the bottom, which I'm saying is the hallway, and now you're here.
Now I'm here, which is
going down
The hallway
road.
can no longer be the bottom though, because maybe yesterday it was, but then I got to be here some yesterday.
Yes.
When the hallway went from post PAX.
Oh,
Disaster?
and then became a humane realm.
When you walked in this morning and you saw the entryway, were you aghast by how lovely it was?
no, it was Jerry.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
I was stunned. by
Night and
it.
day, completely different.
Well, no, because Ryan was just so. Ryan was in a state.
Holy fire.
Ryan's office is always immaculate. Like it isn't like there isn't anything in there,
Sure.
but he keeps it nice.
Yeah.
Everything
I
has
get
a
that.
place, truly.
This
And
is
he
this is
gets
how my home
obsessed.
is.
No, and it's full of stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's jam packed with shit, but
Everything.
it has a spot. All right, now Baltic Porter, Goza. I mean, these are winners.
We can also do a whip beer, the wheat beer.
We can bring back
Yeah?
the quiet
So
whales.
it's
Tell me about it.
it's a wheat beer.
Yeah, I'm with you so far.
Has the taste of wheat. So it's surprisingly sweet up front, and then can hit you in the back with ABV.
Yeah, because that wheat character is like a double-edged sword,
It's
basically,
leading you to beer.
The taste of wheat that you all love.
What about a barley wine?
What about a
Barley wine is big, but
Probably going too
it takes 6 months to rest.
Ain't no one got time for that.
Can
what are we
we
doing?
add
Making whiskey?
seaweed?
Can we, this is why I said earlier. I wanted to introduce.
help?
Yeah.
Nori?
Just go. You're right by the ocean. Just go out there and you get a handful.
You can
Bonito
put
flakes.
one in your glass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
not
If
putting
you,
this
if
in
you,
a
if you
keg.
wanted to get that weird,
about a little bouquet?
put it in your glass. I'm not dealing with this
Put it in the glass.
pervert
Glass will
nonsense.
sip
Historically, something in this crowd of people being called pervert nonsense is
a plus.
Is a plus, right? That's a high compliment.
Yeah. It's a win,
Yeah.
essentially. Right here. So the
it's
Baltic
happening.
Porter is interesting.
Oh, Baltic
So
Porter.
It's a mild porter.
We like the Baltic.
We
Yeah.
like that a lot. I mean,
The
Goza
Goza
also
is also
good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tied.
Neck and neck.
You silly gozer.
And this accent is.
I was sort of doing a nondescript German.
Yeah.
Like I'm
it got-
trying really hard to lose the accent, but it's not really working.
No. I think it's stronger than it was.
We're hanging out in Stad.
Okay.
I'm not sure where I'm from, and
Yeah.
neither are you, but we're
No,
both drunk.
this,
Oh,
this-
but now it's changing. There's.
yeah. Oh no, it's already morphing. Listen,
There's a little
we're
Sean Connery in there.
getting close to Bjork.
Yeah.
At any time,
The
Bjork.
thing about Bjork is you can turn it on.
Thing
anytime.
about Bjork. Oh, here we go.
This is a subset. This is a subgenre on TikTok.
Yes.
Is women talking
Yes.
about normal things with the Bjork
Yes.
darkness.
It's desperately good.
See, here's the thing. I don't know if you're joking or it really is a thing.
oh, really?
Oh,
it
it's
is.
a
No,
thing.
I vouch for this.
I have probably seen 100 such videos of women describing
Because you
their
have the
lives.
youths.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the TikToks.
No. It isn't even about the youth.
No, don't blame his youth.
No.
He loves it.
He
No,
got
yeah?
into
him.
it when it was Music Lee, I think,
Yeah.
right?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, Ryan was like, man, have you seen this shit? This TikTok shit? I'm like, what's that? It's like this app. It's dumb. And I installed it, and I probably watch an hour of
18
TikTok
hours
a
a
day.
That's a lot.
He's actually on TikTok right now. We don't know.
Yeah.
What's in that other hand? TikTok.
No.
It's actually
but-
a feed from his
No.
glasses.
So but my youngest is into the twonks. The eldest is actually back on Tumblr.
I love that.
Wild.
I love
They
that.
went back to Tumblr.
Kids these days
No,
and their
I know.
tumblers.
No, this is correct. This is correct.
Do they have a live journal?
Makes sense.
No.
No, we don't do live journal because they're owned by a Russian syndicate. I was a live journal.
See, this is news to me.
I was a
I've
live
learned so
journal
much.
kid, and
This
it
is an
hurts
educational
every day.
stream. Goza.
Goza. What?
takes it.
Well, that's actually Goza because we didn't put the fucking umlaut on it.
Well, I don't even know how to do that.
I guess it's a goose now.
Yeah.
Goose. A little goose.
Little goose.
Oh no.
Now, so we're dialed in. It's Goza City.
Okay, so but how do we make a siren Goza? What does it take?
The best part about it, and obviously this is going to be part of the process, but the best part about the Goza as a style for the siren is that it is itself a sort of coastal flavor.
Yeah,
it has
right.
it has a little bit of like lactobacillus, like tanginess, almost like a yogurt edge, but it also has literal salt and typically some kind of a fruit peel.
And that tanginess is the song that brings you out to sea.
Exactly, but also the fact that it has literal salt, I think, is just
Yeah.
I've been humbled. It doesn't have an umlaut. I'll go home now. Goodbye,
Oh no! It has the two ding dongs or something, right?
everyone. No, it doesn't have a diacritical mark of any sort.
Yeah. All right. So what do we think?
Let's do some ABV.
Let's get it. Tomboy
Can't see this now.
notes.
Okay,
All right.
so a normal goes is between 4 and 5%.
So this is where
So it doesn't have to
Super
be
strong.
So
They're very smart.
the 4% is going to be the siren's call. The upper end of that is the bite.
Is the bite. Yeah. Now that being said, like a 6% Goza, I have never had it, but I would be willing to see
What happens?
what happens when those teeth come down.
Yeah, that's bone splitting.
See, a goose is a lot like a siren.
You know what? You wicked teens
In
are
two
just
different
back here.
ways.
You're in the literal back seat.
Yes, we are Waldorf and Statlering this this live stream, which
In
is
the
a reference
literal
for,
back seat.
for old people.
hate your ex.
That wasn't all bad. Yeah.
Is it the snowman's ice cold and the bear is not so hot?
No!
That's like legitimately great. Like that has like materially added to the sum of human joy.
You know what they say? Anything goes.
In olden days. Fuck!
Well,
It's kind of low.
a fair cop, a fair cop.
I was gonna say, which part's the blood? Which part's the red wine?
Not on my vest.
You'll get there. I mean, you'll get there. All right, now it looks like in terms of the allure,
Yeah.
they're going more bite.
They're going more.
They are.
let's
Well,
kill-
I did
let's
ask for
kill
something
them.
aggressive.
Yeah, they are going more bite. Like I say, I mean, a 6% goza is not a thing,
Okay.
except for on this show.
Penny Arcade is voting as well. Suspicious.
Oh no, this
Oh
you
no!
don't
This
understand.
is what Josh does.
This
he
is
influences the
Josh's-
vote to make it even, which it just was.
So
not a magic
Josh
wand.
loves to get hog wild on the
Look at
vote.
these ass clowns.
Right here. Now I am
Four
putting.
has a measly 5.6%.
Why is
Right.
a 6 not a common thing?
Here we go.
Normally a low alcohol.
Man, would you
those-
look
those-
at
those are
that?
sessionable
They're trying to
ones.
bring it back into that 5 realm.
Sessionable means
6 was on top.
several in one
All right,
session.
I'm gonna
Is that 6 on me?
give it 20 seconds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not.
Just put that just
I'll turn
right
this
there.
car around.
Yeah.
I'll turn this goes
Oh,
into
look at
a
that.
wine.
Wow, 5 has had an upset there.
Yeah.
I tried to talk to Laura for a hot second.
5 has begun to rule this particular roost.
5 for fighting.
But you. No, it's 5. I mean, it's
Okay.
5. Now,
Now SRM
closed.
It's usually light in color,
very light. Yeah.
3 to 4. But we can change that. We can go out of.
Well,
Out of style.
We did say, you know, the dark briny sea.
Right.
Yeah, the wine dark
sea.
So if we we're gonna do that, we'd go up to like 10 or 11
Yeah.
maybe.
You can
A little
also
bit of that
reflex
edge.
in the hair.
Yeah.
Not a 37?
No.
I'm just kidding.
40.
You could put a little squid ink in the beer.
Food coloring in this beer tonight.
Yeah, we have. I mean,
I enjoy that there's just this is the desktop background. There's just some icons over there.
Yeah.
yeah, a famous. We have done some things on this show that are immoral, that are wrong,
Not illegal though.
Questionable.
against God's law.
I don't know.
what I mean?
Josh fed us some illegal food.
Ooh.
Bugs we weren't supposed to eat.
He did feed us pet quality bugs.
He just treats you like a pet.
It's interesting. Okay, all right. It's too soon to say. It's too soon to say.
Too close to call.
Yeah.
Pet quality.
Pet quality means
potable.
I would eat bug. I've eaten bugs before. I'll eat bugs again. I can't be stopped.
Yeah,
I've eaten bugs.
Yeah, but we ate bugs
these
for
were
like an hour.
And these were bugs for like your lizard. These weren't high quality artisan bugs.
What you think
No,
you're?
I think they
You
were
think?
high quality.
You think? You think?
Banned and protected.
You think you're better than a
the
lizard?
can said
Yes.
not for human consumption right on
No,
it.
it did not.
It totally
No,
did.
it said do not eat. Wrong.
Toy.
yeah.
No.
Do not play space.
So, so the question is, did you save any bugs for me?
No, this was like literally years ago. But because we had a fantasy about a Dark Sun beer, and we were like, well, it seems it would have to include bug of some kind.
Goblin Gnome is pretty sure.
Yeah, Goblin Gnome has opinions about this topic.
Goblin Gnome maybe has a pet that eats this.
10. So man, so the ABV is sort of in line, but
Okay.
She's a caramel colored. You know.
the
a
SRM
10.
being 10 is a
She's
little bit
she's a
outside
10,
the range.
but-
Oddly
She's a
enough,
10
even
bucks,
though this is salty and soury, it's not
Why
bitter.
is it a butt?
No, what's the IBU?
And
5 to 12 is
Hell yeah.
normal.
you can do it.
Oh, that's right. Because the bitter angle typically comes from
It's not really
rind.
bitter. It's
Well, yeah, but I'm saying the
Soury,
flavor
right? Yeah,
note
yeah.
comes from like a
a
citrus,
citrus
peel.
rind or you know something of that nature.
5.
Okay, what Goblin Gnome is wrong?
Well,
This is great.
Catalog. It's right over there.
there was a catalog of bug.
Yeah, we ordered from right over there.
You have a bug alone.
Coriander and kelp. Underdog AG says coriander and kelp, and I am intrigued.
Those are the same thing. Those two are the same thing. Coriander is basically kelp.
One's in the water though.
Yeah, but like you just put the other in the water and all of a sudden they're the same. Bum.
Yeah, but I can see it though.
Undeniable logic.
All right.
I haven't had breakfast today.
This is breakfast.
What I'm
Did you
saying
eat some of
is-
those crispy cookies you made? They're really good.
Yeah, I ate a little, but
Yeah.
it's one. They're this big. Anyway.
I ate like 6 of them.
Oh, thank you.
They're really good.
Fewer in my home.
No, coriander has never been called land kelp. You're driving these people insane with your
Or are we enlightening them?
manifestly wrong facts.
I bring knowledge for
What?
all man.
Alien knowledge.
No, we give the truth scope.
I bring the fire.
Listen, hey,
I bring
listen,
the fire
this
that is
isn't
only for the
freaking,
gods down to man.
Knight's
Prometheus.
Knight's Tale. Okay.
Well, again,
But it could
I love
be.
the
But it
reference.
could be anytime. But it could be any
You
second
did
now.
catch it.
I did start with some fighting with spears talk, so like
If we get a nice sail fast, I mean, I watched the fuck out of Knight's Tale.
Me
it's a
too.
good
fucking
movie.
love-
It's a year.
It's an
It's a yearly
incredibly
watch.
good movie.
it's actually a very
I
good
watched
DVD
the
menu.
fuck out.
Oh my
Paul
God.
Bettany's amazing
My first
in it.
ever
Everyone's amazing in it.
copy
It's
of it.
great.
It
You're
had
right.
Portuguese subtitles for no reason.
that sounds better.
It's extremely good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just like, damn, Portuguese is weird.
Yeah.
But also, Paul Bettany's ass. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
much
listen,
better than Portuguese. Oh, okay, all right.
When I say
That's the
prevert-
next poll.
When I say prevert, I mean prevert. Land is the ocean of the air.
Pyro says kelp. You mean coriander de mer?
Yeah.
Coriander.
No, dude, you.
Coriander.
This is what I mean. These were well-behaved
Yeah.
professionals
Yes.
Yeah.
until the back fucking seat
The
came
goddamn
in here.
peanut
gave them life.
gallery.
They got hog-ass wild.
On the wassail.
No, you gave them
You know,
terrifying
we had
unlife.
them trained and they were doing well, and now look.
Trains. Free
I
yourself.
love trains.
Train Spotting is a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Better than Requiem for a Dream.
5.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. So not very bitter, which
No,
is
not very bitter.
which is helpful for a
For
gozo.
this style, it's
Yeah.
it's fine. Because I think the whole siren thing until the very end, the whole siren experience goes down smooth.
And then, whoop,
You know,
whoopsie-doo.
Yeah, you have a nice time. A pretty lady in the water sings you a song. You're
Yeah.
like, I like songs of pretty ladies in the water.
you're like scales. Okay, I mean,
Just imagining a lady
What's
sitting
the-
there going, ah! And they're like, I love her.
This is
they're
great.
like,
I'm gonna
they're
see
like
her.
I
She's
want to
60
listen to
years.
this
And she's
more.
like, ah!
She tells it like it is. She's not afraid of the truth.
She says what we're all thinking.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That's a song, the sirens.
That's a really good song.
Yeah, what if they actually legit are out
Where
there
did you learn
going,
that song?
they're out there going, whoop,
Yeah. It's
doing whale song?
whip.
No, it's the magic, right? It's not the actual sound. Probably
Yeah.
sucks.
Did you? Oh, Jerry's
And
happening again.
she's got a beak and a half. Yeah, there's a lot going on up here.
And they're like, I must have her for my own.
Some kind of talent. I mean, it's
No, but she's got.
My
We know.
angel of music.
We know she's got those short legs with the tail coming out. Did that the weird
Yeah.
short
I
legs?
want a girl with a long tail and
Short legs.
Yeah. Well, it's like the
Pyro slap.
Those legs, they go all the way up to the tail.
They don't. Yeah. Her legs go.
But do they go all the way down?
No.
Absolutely
They
not.
do
Why
not
would
touch
you
the
go-
ground.
They go all the way down to the ground.
Preposterous.
To the roof of that house.
They go all the way down to the steps
that
that
wood
she
cut.
has specially made.
Eric has left the building. How you doing, Eric?
Goodbye.
Hey, so we have our guardrails. That's great news. And now we have but to choose a few basic ingredients.
Kelp.
And our siren,
I'm here to kelp.
you can put kelp in your own glass.
Yeah.
We will provide nori for this purpose.
Perfect.
Okay.
But it can't be a situation where it's just kelp in the boil.
An eel?
You can do whatever you want
go
to
your own
with an
way.
eel.
Jerry's got real dad energy right now.
I'll tell you why. Because I've seen this before.
We're allowed to tell him he's a dad. We weren't before, and now we can.
Oh,
exactly.
interesting.
Before
All
it was
right,
weird.
Eric, we have to take control of this. These wicked beasts, they're in the back seat.
Take control.
It's like,
Come on, Jerry. Take
Yeah.
control.
yeah, exactly. Don't. You know what this is? These are the sorts of people who you would find scooping up field mice,
Bopping them
popping them on the head. That's
yeah.
the energy
Hell yeah.
Complete
that I'm
assholes.
getting from the back over here.
Absolutely.
We're just a couple of bunny foo-foos.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
This voice.
They've got
Sail
hog ass
I don't
wild.
tolerate bunny foo-foos at my bar.
No, absolutely. Here, so here I'm gonna just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make myself substantial in a way that obfuscates the bunnies, and then.
You guys are all pretty short.
Oh no, you are. Well, no, what's happened is that you're freakishly large.
We also
and
have arms that reach.
Here, all right. All right, no, not no MMA, but obviously hugs are acceptable. No.
Oh, okay, good.
But luckily it goes quite simple. I mean, this is going to be pale malt. Is that basically what we're talking about here?
Pale. Our choice is going to
A
be
lot of rigidity in this.
It's full of field mice.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Ready to bop.
Yeah, I could just.
Don't. They'll run. They'll scatter.
You won't be able to bop them.
If you do it the right scoop, you can get them all in the hat.
I'll open
So what we'll do is 2 choices of pale malt.
Yeah.
Copeland, which is going to be sweet, or Pilsner malt, which is more traditional, which is dry, clean, and crisp.
Okay.
Like the sea.
Those. Oh, you brought it back. You brought it back. Eric can't be distracted from his true purpose.
Just doing a little fucking song.
Yeah.
Just the same as anybody who sings on the sea, and that's totally fine.
Hey. I feel like dry is not what we're looking for in a siren beer. It's a fair point, Pyro.
Yeah,
It's a fair point.
exactly. We're obviously.
Oh, it's only 1 or 2. It's only 2 options.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
For the base malts, it's not. Under Dogag, coming in with the powerful content. You're reel it in.
A wab.
Do you chat to your mom with that prompt? I don't know if that works
What ass beer?
as a metaphor.
Wheat beer? Wheat ass beer.
Wheatus beer.
Wheat beer.
Yeah.
Wheat beer.
Yeah, that's a compound German word.
Yeah. Vitus Bier.
Vitus beer.
Wheat beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, Sandzone, it's not name time.
It's not time yet.
I'm loving what I'm seeing. We love the hustle. Save that name for the naming portion.
The problem is, if you do it early, then it gets disregarded by the time it comes around to the guitar.
I feel like, I'm
it-
going to say this now to get rid of it so that it's gone. But truly, if you go to certain craft breweries, they only find gross names for it. So it's like, Siren Squelchy Ass!
Yeah.
And it's like,
Oh, they can't
that's
help
that's
it.
in the running now.
They've got to be
They have to be
edgy.
unique.
They got to be fucking edgy and
Right,
like,
and so
Sasquatch's big upper lip.
yeah.
or something like that. You're like, why?
yeah,
Like, we-
Copeland
you're
Pale. No, they have to. They can't help themselves, basically, right? That's the issue.
Once you've named enough beers, you are just in the dregs.
You just become
it's
a
all
little
dregs.
guy and you're like,
I'm gonna name this one a special name.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so random.
the church is gonna hate this one. You know,
Which one? Oh, the Episcopalians, because they're the only ones that listen anymore.
they're mad at you. That's
They won't answer my calls.
That's gonna be in the newsletter.
The Pope won't answer my calls is a good name for a beer.
All right, I'm moving this Murph over here now. So we have our base grain. I mean, what all do we need to throw in here? We
Now, the next question is, do we want to put wheat in it or not?
need, okay.
I can't.
no.
We're just going to give it that weedy, sweetie
Full name.
Yep.
flavor.
So we
Murfeld.
yes.
It's very basic.
David Murfeld.
David Murfeld. David Murfeld, the distinct wine of David Murfeld made into Murph. A drink for you to have.
What a tagline.
Tide soap. It makes you not stink. Drink. It makes you happy. The end.
It makes you forget you're sad.
Sometimes sad no be. And that because drink.
All right, now take a look at this.
All right.
All the
wheat,
information that
yes.
you need
Wheat,
to
no.
arrive
Absolutely not.
at this calculation is provided in here. Now,
So how often do
Yeah.
y'all, when doing your polls, grease the wheels? Put your thumb on the scale.
I try not to thumb with the scale.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's impossible.
Well,
Yeah.
especially when Lord Thumb over there, General
Oh,
Thumb
yeah.
over yonder in that pit.
Oh yeah. Now Josh, does Josh ever thumb the scales?
Oh,
yes.
I didn't ask Josh. I know how much Josh.
100% of the time, it's one of these.
So your goal is 0 and his goal is 100, and you meet somewhere in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My goal is to torture them by making the poll even.
Yeah. I like Saucefire says Jerry thumbs the scale constantly.
Someone asked specifically, what will wheat do to the body? And I wanted to know what.
To your body?
No, I mean, I don't know.
We know.
My body.
Right.
To the
No secrets there.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we do to the beer?
It's like, what will wheat do to the
gives
body,
it
to
a
the body of
body.
man?
What will wheat do?
Well, it's because of wheat that we have society as we know it, really.
I thought it was because of a prion in meat that changed our whole.
That's also true.
Oh.
But we can go back further and say, like, the planetoid Thea
Brain.
crashing into the planet that we now call Earth.
I love that.
But Eric is going to give a real answer.
Tell us. Tell us, Eric.
It's going to make it sweet and have a little bit of body.
Oh, a little
Yeah.
bit of body.
A little bit of body.
Just a little bit of body?
Yeah.
A slight.
See, but they don't. Here's the facts. They don't want it.
You don't have to. You
Yeah.
don't have to put it in a ghost.
Absolutely
No body
not.
on this. Nor.
Normally a goza has wheat in it, but
Yeah.
we can do it
No, for their
without because
songs,
we can
not for their
put in
That's true.
a rind, rind and
Very
salt and
body-
other things
No,
like
the
that.
whole
We can
point.
elevate it in
The
other
song
ways.
sounds great.
The song sounds great.
The song is like, I'm sexy in a conventional way. And then they get
Right,
up and they're
right.
like, hello! I got limbs!
See, the thing is, I think sirens might just be sexy in an unconventional way.
But tell you what, this one, I got a leg extra.
Yeah, I think as soon as the beak gets involved,
Wah!
you
Wow,
know what I mean?
wow. Jerry comes out beak negative.
Chomp on down on that one. Yum, 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 yum.
That's what I mean. Like,
This is doing it for me.
As soon as you see the beak, well,
Everybody's
as
got their
it did
taste.
for sailors.
That's right. That's right. You've been at sea for months, years. Don't yuck anybody's yum.
Chomp
You're
on
a,
it.
you're a shriek. You see that beak,
And then they make that
Oh,
sound that, that I can't do without breaking my teeth.
yeah.
It's
and
bad.
you know this is not a great nest. This is gonna be like a
It's
pigeon
a
nest.
foul
A
nest.
pigeon
But
nest.
isn't it underwater?
Nor.
Oh.
They sit on rocks like puffins.
They sit on rocks like
No, dude,
puffins.
no,
No,
no.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm
You
here
got
to
me.
tell you right now.
Yeah, please hit me.
This is like a pigeon nest. It's like a couple sticks with an egg by it.
Yeah, and then
There's
like,
not a lot going on
no,
here.
but you know what? That's
It does
fine.
not attract.
They've evolved enough that it doesn't need a nest. They're just like,
I gotta do this. Stick.
Mm-hmm.
My cloaca took care of the rest.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the. Oh no. Cloaca content is back.
Yeah, cloaca content is the whole thing. All right, so what do you got? We have to seize the show back from these wicked teens.
I don't know fucking how to do it.
You have it. You have what it takes.
The question is, do we want to put some caramel in this, caramel, if you will,
Caramel.
Interesting.
or do we want to keep it clean and crisp
and refreshing, like 7-Up.
and go with some
Remember the
carrot?
Make 7 Up Yours
We would do
commercials?
some carapils.
No.
Okay.
Now, all I remember of 7-Up commercials are
And then we be crystal for the caramel.
where there's
Yes.
like elves and they're like, 7-Up, it's Christmas, whoa! And they all go sliding down hills.
I think you made that up.
No, dude, it's real. I can show you right now. I have literally the video of what it is contained in a Google Drive.
You guys are killing Ghostly.
That's good. That's what that's why we came here. The St. Louis mob.
It's not
Yeah.
drunk.
I really hope. This is going to be a polarizing episode
Yeah.
of Acquisitions Intoxicated. You love it or you hate
Where
it.
the fandom fell off.
Oh yeah. So when they
I like the name of this poll is Yay.
when they let those wicked beasts
Those fucks.
claim dominion.
Yuck. Ew. Are you bad enough dude to hate this particular episode?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I mean, not me, them.
Crystal caramel or please clean and sweet?
They are looking for more.
Interesting.
Does carapils help with head retention? I mean,
Yes.
well, Orion Rogue. Now you have your answer.
Crystal blue.
Man, they crave the carapils.
Oh.
Creamy mouthfeel, though? I don't think so. Not from the.
Yeah, you can't see out of.
I can see right through. I can see
from the
right through your,
carapils.
the dingle hole right here.
Don't play with my dingle hole.
Come on, no. That's a reasonable request.
I think it is.
Underdogag says that a siren does not help with head retention, and I think that's good content.
No, she specifically one or t'other or both.
They'll retain
She
your
don't
head.
take it.
Yeah.
Sirens are great at head retention.
Yeah, they
don't
are.
Other
help.
people's.
They
Yeah.
don't help.
Now, carapils.
It's an incredible weight loss tool because it's about 20 pounds in your head alone.
And you're not using it.
No.
Oh, dude, that's the hardest weight to lose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fat in there.
A lot of fat in there.
lot of fat in there.
Just lazy fat.
Oof, get it out.
Yeah.
Playing with the dingle hole.
That's not
Those are
one of the
ABV?
names.
Playing with
The
the
ABV,
dingle hole.
you'll be glad to know, is 5.
Okay. And now, what kind of fruit rind do we want to
Yes.
use?
So what do we want to peel in here to give it that fresh bite?
Oh, the melons. Melons.
The Milan.
Well, it's fun to have a melon
Yeah.
because you want a melon or two when you're at it sea long enough.
Yeah.
Or an orange because
Orange.
citrus.
Yeah.
These
Orange.
teeth they fall right out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So orange or maybe honeydew.
Honeydew.
Seaweed,
more like a honey
tabletop
don't.
jam for life, that's not it.
It's gross. Honeydew
Look at all the
is
people who
gross.
want seaweed.
Fish
The
eggs.
people demand seaweed. Lime. Yeah.
I mean,
The lime
lime.
in the coconuts.
I feel like lime is.
Limes
Strong.
are basic.
You drink them
said.
both together.
Give it a shit. Let's try it. Put lime, lemon, orange.
Yeah, I got that.
Ghostly Clockwork coming in to say limes are basic, and this is a take I did not need in my life.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow.
Like a good, like by
core. I mean, like
Oh, you mean
foundation.
you mean fundamental?
Sorry.
Yes.
Limes are
Wait,
basic.
so
There's
we probably-
another way to say.
Yeah.
And
You could
say
say
what's basic is good.
you could say limes are fundamental, not basic.
Yeah, basic is an insult
Don't
nowadays.
insult the lime.
Yeah, lime
Jesus.
plus salt in the goza.
Ratchet limes.
I will
Durian.
I will not have lime
want
hate
lime.
speech in this in this program.
Yeah.
I'm insulted.
JZC, Eric and I do not approve of this pro-seaweed rhetoric.
Jay-Z, as per usual, you're correct.
There are berries on the seaweed.
That's true, the little berries.
There are kelp berries.
Kelp berries.
Kumquat
That's a kind of fruit.
is kick ass.
Yes. Yes. Historically.
Oh, subliminal messaging.
Kelp, 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 kelp.
What do we want? Kelp!
Kelp.
When do we want it?
Kelp!
Oh yeah, that's correct. That's win. That's the right win.
Kelp me, kelp!
See, that's just an indication of the level of obsession. What do we want? Kelp. When do we want it?
Kelp!
Also, kelp for
the
some
only
reason.
thing we know how to say is kelp.
Yeah!
All you need is kelp.
Persimmons. Oh, that's fun. Persimmons are in season at this time. In Korea. I don't know about here. Well, we'll go to Korea.
So once,
Okay,
Take a flight. Let's just go hop on a plane.
When you say
fuck it,
X is in season right now, oh well, in
In-
some other place very far away.
Yeah.
Brenna,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm with
Brenna
it.
had purchased a fruit from the store that she called a harvest tomato.
Harvest
This
tomato.
is- I don't think this is a real kind.
I can hear her saying it with full voice.
so it's just a tomato.
No,
No, it's a
no,
harvest.
It's a
It's a harvest
persimmon.
tomato.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
persimmon.
It's a harvest tomato.
But she
Everyone
called
knows.
it. She called it a harvest tomato.
Yeah.
And
Did you harvest it?
it's
you make
not
a tomato sauce out of it?
No, it would put it in a salad.
Perfect.
It actually worked
I bet it was
out
delicious.
okay, but I was like, this is a persimmon, not a harvest tomato.
Harvest
and it's
tomato.
like that's another thing that they're called.
That's like, calling,
exactly the same.
that's like calling carrots Polish onions. That doesn't make sense.
That ain't it.
That doesn't make sense on any
Oh
metric.
man, unsurprisingly, lime runs away with it.
Goza, this is going to have a freshness
So when is this beer going to be done?
that doesn't compare.
30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's all the easier. Listen, it's easy. We're going to be drinking this afternoon.
Fantastic.
It's taste.
That's
just
how
fine.
beer works.
There's nothing
Beer
wrong
is
with it.
wild. So when I've done
nuts.
whiskey stuff, it's way longer than that.
Yeah, you're fucking
35
around with
minutes.
this whiskey.
Yeah, 30 yeah.
You're in there with the still and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
son. 30 minutes or your money back.
Yeah.
I mean, beer is an
That's how the
incredible.
Egyptians made it.
It's an incredible ROI.
That I'm impressed.
It's a crank operated experience.
There's actually a man named Roy living in the machine. He never gets the day off.
So do we want to, in our hop selection,
Yes.
do we want to continue with the citrusy flavors?
And it's only 5 IBU, right? So it's going to be on the lower scale, but we're going to be inflecting.
We can either go citrusy or fruity.
Yeah, just make the fruit broader. I see, and I like that a lot. I would say for this, Citra or Idaho 7.
Yeah.
What about Belma?
Well, Belma would obviously.
I studied it.
Belma is a candy orange taste, as I recall.
Yeah, it was good times.
Thank God.
Everybody wins.
Kelp is a hop.
It is an ambrosial mix
Yeah.
of orange, melon, strawberry, and pineapple with slight hints of grapefruit.
Jeez.
I wanted to do that in my best ambrosial mix.
Ambrosia mix.
Very Fraser-y.
Ambrosia.
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 Yeah.
Nasonex will help you taste the ambrosia.
Okay. So, I mean, that's great.
Okay.
So what else we got?
Idaho 7 is mango and pink grapefruit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mango.
Idaho 7.
Pennsylvania 6 5000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do some Charleston.
Wait, these are big flavors. These are flavors that get it cranked.
Or
Yeah, ambrosial. I mean, yeah, exactly. It would work. Can you go for the classics? I mean, Citro is an easy one.
lemon drop it. That'd be weird.
Could lemon drop it.
Yeah.
You could lemon drop it like
Lemon and lime.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Lemon drop would be,
Drop because there was stuff here.
Yeah, there's stuff, and you don't.
and it's easier to get these days.
They don't know what's happening. There's a live goat back here at all times.
There's a trick from this because of this edge here.
The goats are not visible.
The goats. None of us are wearing pants.
They
it's all fine.
have to
Yeah.
Yeah.
stay back here.
Right.
The goats are wearing pants.
The goats are. That's why we're not wearing pants. They took
Yeah.
And we
the
won't
pants.
tell you how they're wearing the pants.
Yeah, not like
Like
you think.
this or like that?
However you think, not that way.
No, it's not that way.
It's
the
not
other
that
way.
way.
It's one stumpy little leg, and then it's like the other one's on the horn.
You're
Yeah.
talking about Stumpy?
Well, yeah.
Right there.
Well, it's just like.
Stumpy, he doesn't. Hey, you're not supposed to make noise during the stream.
All
We've trained
right.
you specially.
Now, my finger is on the pulse, and it's ready to strike at a moment's notice. So Orion Rogue has dry hopped with Idaho 7. It's great big grapefruit, longer, and you get, I believe that.
Pithy.
I like Belma because it sounds like Bulma, and that means Dragon Ball. That means it's an anime beer.
Wow.
Okay, I got there. I
It
got
checks
there.
out.
Yeah. Anime siren beer.
And Professor Harry.
Lemon drop. You know. You know. You know. You know.
But you actually do
were
know.
aware.
You do. Well, here's my issue with lemon drop. To take a thumb off a scale. Here's my issue with lemon drop. We're already putting lime in it, right?
Yeah, lemon lime is Sprite.
Are we gonna make a Sprite here, or are we gonna make a beer?
We're making
The
a
taste of
salty,
Christmas.
tangy Sprite. Is that a problem? I don't.
Refreshing. Sprite.
That doesn't say siren to me.
A sirene.
Sprite? You mean one of the most delicious
we'll put
sodas
beaks in.
ever?
Yeah, we'll put beaks in.
Okay, as long as we're putting beaks in, that's fine. No kelp, no eels, but beaks, yes.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
are- wait,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Exactly.
Brews better.
Yeah.
You lose
yeah.
the flavor over time with the eels, really.
But, and eels
spectrum.
hate it in there. I mean,
The eels.
You want the eels to have a nice time.
Doctors
Yeah, exactly.
also hate it. It's this one weird.
It's a one weird trick.
Belma is dialed in. Goza yeast is probably Goza yeast.
No.
Oh no, it's a range.
Yeah, we got to talk about this.
It's an exciting range
You need to sit down and have a conversation
with the yeast.
about your fucking choices in life.
All right.
Really nice for them.
Now,
It's weird that we only have two.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going with either Brettanomyces, which is going to give us a classic sweaty horsehair flavor, a sourness and cherry pie.
Sweaty horsehair. Sweaty horsehair. Sweaty horsehair.
But it's sour and cherry pie-like
yep,
flavor.
got it. We got pie cherry.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the air, there's a feeling of sweaty horsehair. It's seasonal.
Horse blanket. All right. Now, what else is good?
Or we'll go with the lacto,
Oh yeah.
which is going to be more. It's going to be less acidic, and a little more balanced.
Yeah, it's a more gentle. This is what helps us make yogurt. It's a more gentle taste than the bread.
Sweaty horse or yogurt? Which one do you like?
Why not both?
right,
Sweaty horse
now-
yogurt.
We can't.
So, knowing the rest of the recipe,
What are you, a cop?
are you looking for the more intense pervert shit of the Brett, which is fine. I respect it. Or the lacto, which is
Wow, look at these votes.
wholesome and for the pure.
Nobody wants this horsehair. Everyone wants the lacto.
Is that
Three.
Naked Ladies?
3.
Sort of?
Mav voted for 3. What are you doing,
Mav,
bud?
3 is
on.
not one of the options.
Get back in here.
Ones.
Get back in here.
Two of them.
1 plus 2.
Quit letting all the air conditioning out. Get back in here.
Yeah, but you have those Brett fans, those hardcore Brett fans.
Oh yeah, Brett's coming back.
Yeah, Josh started something.
Yeah.
He started a movement.
Sweaty horsehair cherry pie.
Yeah, so sweaty horsehair and cherry pie don't just taste similar. They taste similar because they have similar ingredients. All cherry pies are made a proper cherry pie, traditional
A
cherry
real,
pie.
yeah, a
If you're gonna make a real cherry pie,
homemade-
not, right? Not one of these like
Cherry
you know.
pie.
like a farm kitchen.
Yeah,
Right.
it's farm.
You put that sweaty
it's-
horsehair
You
in
go
there.
Farm
out
to table.
and get it's farm to table, but you go to the farm to get the horsehair.
It's one of those things people don't understand, that you have to add it because otherwise it doesn't balance the flavor. It's like when you don't put salt in a sweet thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't get the flavor. Zip.
It's the same thing. You have the sweaty horsehair. So it's you don't just need a farm where you
Yeah.
get your cherries,
Lacto.
but you also need the ranch where you get the horsehair.
Can I tell you a story?
Gosh, I wish you would.
So cherry and horsehair
Yeah.
is very interestingly nostalgic for me because the first movie I ever worked on was a terrible movie no one should ever find. But
What's it called?
Young Harvest.
Okay.
Don't look it up, and if you
Young
find it, I'm
Harvest?
sorry. Young Harvest.
Oh boy.
was bad.
Spelled Jung
No,
Harvest.
no.
Okay, just
Imagine
Young
Young
Harvest.
Harvest.
No, young like Neil Young Harvest, but without the Neil.
What's
it was
the
just-
point then?
It's like the knuckle tats. It's like young and then HRVS.
Vest on one.
Young Herv.
Have I told you about my knuckle tats?
You don't have any.
BAD
Yeah.
@
Yeah.
PLANNING.
This docufilm
Yes.
takes us on an intimate journey to the Young's farm in Northern California for the Harvest Barn session.
That is.
To London for an iconic performance with the London
No,
Symphony.
that's not it. That's not it.
Still
Neil-
safe?
got
It's a
Neil
different Young
Young.
Harvest.
No, I worked on a bad horror movie called Young Heart.
Okay, okay.
That was made for no money and no one ever got paid and it was terrible.
Children of the Corn.
But not good or memorable. Anyway,
Yeah.
there was a the budget was bad.
Anyway, so if we have yeast, obviously, I'm not going to stop.
Fine.
They have all the time they need. Now, here is what we need. We need names for this product.
Oh, okay, we're back in. We're back in.
Oh, names.
An enthusiastic internet celebrity, Bryce Ryder, throws the party of a lifetime in celebration of his 100th video.
Yep.
Yet an unexpected guest plots to murder everyone in attendance. Oh my God! These photos are
It says
amazing.
here that you wrote it,
I didn't
directed
Directed
it,
it,
and
starred
acted
in it.
it
I
as the main
acted
role.
it, and I didn't star.
That's
but I
you,
did-
right?
Yeah.
I didn't star in it, but I was in it. But no. So okay. I made at some
got-
point we ran out of fake blood. We couldn't find any for love or
Had to
money.
use real blood.
And certainly not that. No, because everyone.
This is filmed in somebody's backyard.
But but
Everywhere in someone's
a few
backyard.
different backyards. In fact, I'll tell you stories later. But
Please.
at some point, I had to make emergency fake blood for
Sure.
a killing scene.
Like you do.
And it was we were shooting at a horse farm, and at some point, I had to get chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
And then cherry stuff in
Yeah.
order to make the red and the thing for the blood. At some point, I made what we later called chocolate cherry horse blood
Chocolate cherry.
because it was
horse
in
blood.
a feed fucking bucket.
a trough.
No, it was just in a bucket.
Just a
It was
bucket?
just a straight up bucket.
Not a trough?
Do you hang out with horses much?
Yeah,
Okay, you know how they just have loose buckets?
everywhere.
Yeah, it was like one of those.
One of those.
So
The-
it was
the big bucket.
It was suffused with.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it had the rope thingies on the side.
So you probably put that blood
Look
in
at
a poop
that.
bucket.
Laura Stringer, who played Tristana.
Yeah.
Tristana.
Tristana.
We all do bad things when we're young.
Yeah. Don't look
Please
me up.
don't
We're
find
good.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Siren Suds.
Siren suds, give up the ghost. That's very good. I like that a lot. Heaven help the man who fights his fear. Temptationale.
For women.
Yeah. Wave-soaked maiden! Wave-soaked maiden! Wave-soaked! On the rocks.
Oh,
Sirenade. Oh, shut up,
yeah.
underdog. Sirenade.
Sirenade is in there.
Sirenade's pretty good.
That's my siren song.
Oh, seaweed not included. I like for reasons personal to me.
All right, now.
Okay, I'm back is a
Can we
is a
call
fine
it?
name.
Can we call it Lever Johnny?
Oh yeah, okay, I'm back is decent.
It's fine. It'll do.
It's
Should have said.
There's some good names in here.
Middle
Oh, you
C.
think-
Middle C's really good.
they are quite good.
Yeah.
At this.
Give
push.
up the Goza?
Give it
Fucking
a goza.
brilliant.
It's a delight. Seaweed not included. Obviously the meme vote. It's
Yeah. But Sirenade, so strong.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sirenade.
If I were myself and I were voting, I would vote for number 2. But if I were Josh and I were voting, I would vote for number 7.
Quick, get in the chat right now. Turn it.
It's
open,
rich.
open Twitch. Okay?
It's time to vote.
Don't you dare, Jerry! Don't turn it off ever.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Don't do that. Oh dear.
Why would I?
How do I?
I'm saying there's a lot of great content here. Seaweed not included. Obviously, falling into the background.
Probably for the best.
It's not able to execute at that level. Josh has voted for Sirenade, which I think is ultimately
Very much not Josh.
Well, it's just
He's not disrupting the system. He's just going with the crowd.
It's a,
have to vote the real. It's not a
it's a great.
You gotta vote for
He just listen. He knows when he's beat.
Yeah.
Oh, quick, go.
Yeah.
I do as I'm told.
All right, Sirenade
Yeah.
has come out on top. Now, that is exquisite, and obviously deserves to win. Now, we are going
Got
to
it right in before the poll
we are going to reconfigure this zone into the arena of the fates, where our friends are going to take on the roles of various deities and try to kick people off of our island. That's basically the hook
You got 2 options.
for Spirit Island.
You got murder. You got terror.
Oh,
A
hey,
little bit of both.
yeah, a little from column A, a little from column B.
What's not to
What
like?
you like?
Exactly right. And then you have a heap of expansions and stuff, so we can sort of get a sense of the full rich range
Oh yeah.
of
We're gonna
Spirit
have
Island.
a good time.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
We will, of course, be back with Steve Hobbs, Secretary of State. What? For some reason.
Sorry,
but,
the Steve Hobbs?
but it'll be interesting.
man.
But it'll be interesting to see his approach to these systems as well.
Steve Hobbs, Secretary of State for Washington. How do you deal with colonizers?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I mean,
Please, on the record.
There's a lot
could
of
you
levels to that,
Could you on the
actually.
record let us know how you feel about colonizers?
This is going to be. It's going to show up somewhere in an article. I mean, that's
the trick.
That's my guess. Now, that being said, we're going to reconfigure all this kind of stuff. Come back, hang out with us around 3 o'clock. It's going to be good times.
Machinery of the universe?
Oh yeah, Machinery of the Universe gets seized, and we're going to throw it that direction. All right.